In this video, I'll show you an adult coloring book brand that is generating $50,000 a month. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. If you're new to the channel, my name is Sean, and I've built and sold a 7-figure Amazon KDP business, and now I'm building a second KDP account. So if you want no BS publishing advice from someone who is actually doing it, then make sure to subscribe. And if you want a completely free training on how I built my publishing business to this level, then there's a link to the training in the description below. All right, so today I want to show you a coloring book brand that is currently selling on empireflippers.com. This is a website that you can purchase and sell online businesses, including Amazon KDP business. So this is the website that I use to sell my own KDP business for $820,000. And once in a while, I like to browse Empire Flippers to see what kind of businesses are being sold. So I stumbled across this brand, which I thought was pretty interesting. I wanted to share it with you guys. So the total listing price is $1.2 million with a 45x multiple. Typically, when you sell your business, you're getting anywhere between like 28 to 45x multiple. So the multiple is essentially just what is your average profit for the past 12 months, and you times that by the multiple to get the listing price. And your multiple is determined by Empire Flippers, essentially based on how well you've created the business. So, if it's just simply like publishing a bunch of books in random niches, there's no brand that is established, then you'll probably get a lower multiple. But in this case, they have a established brand, they got a bunch of books for diversity, and they also have back-end products and services that they're offering. So that will definitely increase the multiple, and that's why they're getting 45x. But in terms of the monthly revenue, it is $50,000 with a 53% profit margin. So half of that is in expenses, and they're making around $26,000, almost $27,000 profit. So the business started in 2018, so it's 5 years old, and it comes with 2 Amazon KDP accounts. I'm not sure why they separated in 2 KDP accounts, but total of 687 books. It has primary and secondary domains and all files content. It has 301 redirects, which is more so for blogging, social media accounts, Facebook and Instagram. It has a trademark, so this is where it gets interesting. So this brand has a trademark, which is rare because not a lot of KDP accounts actually trademark their brand. But this account or this owner did that. On top of that, it has a huge email list of $55,000. 55K subscribers in your email list is pretty amazing. I mean, at this point, you can get a ton of sales and crazy amounts of reviews. And if you're trying to sell something, you can just make one email, send it to them, and you can get a crap load of sales. Of course, provided that this is good leads, right? That you built it correctly and their audience is not fake or, just like low quality leads. So with that being said, it also comes with freelancer contacts, Kajabi, Wix, Samcart. So Kajabi and Samcart is essentially basically a website where you can sell your products. So that just shows that this person is trying to sell, whatever back-end products outside of Amazon. Wix is where you can build your website. So that's what it is for. And it also comes with a Amazon Advantage account. So for the listing details, this listing is for an Amazon KDP, e-commerce and subscription business, created in May 2018 in the art and hobbies niche. So the trademarked business, so once again, this business is trademarked, includes 2 Amazon KDP accounts that feature adult coloring books with digital PDF sales and subscription service. So it sounds like what they're doing is publishing adult coloring books on Amazon. From there, they get people into their email list, and they're selling additional digital PDF sales and subscription. Perhaps it's like, if you sign up for a monthly subscription, you get unique coloring pages that's not sold on Amazon every single month. Or perhaps it's like an annual thing where, you can get unique original coloring books delivered to you in PDF format. So I'm assuming that's what's happening here. The top selling books are highly rated with thousands of reviews, and revenue is diversified and includes subscription sales. Also included in the sales of email list of 55,000 subscribers and over 100K social media followers. This is crazy, guys. So this is like a legit adult coloring book brand that you probably have come across when you're doing your keyword research. It's probably one of the brands that we know of. So the business earns through Amazon KDP for 77%. of the revenue is coming from Amazon KDP, e-commerce, which is 12%, and subscription is 11%. So e-commerce and subscription, it seems like it's separate. So I'm assuming what's happening is they're selling digital PDF printout of their coloring book on their Wix website. Maybe like a one-off sale that you can do. And then for the subscription, it'll be, once again, it's like probably a monthly or annual subscription where people get unique coloring books that's not sold on Amazon. E-commerce revenue is made by selling, okay, so they do explain that here. So e-commerce revenue is made by selling digital PDFs through the website. So I was correct there. And subscription revenue is made through a membership site with monthly, yearly, and lifetime memberships. I was also correct there. Members can also purchase single books, and new members can sign up only a few times per year. So that's cool that they have kind of an exclusivity thing going on where you can only sign up a couple times a year when they open it up. But essentially, you're getting unique coloring books monthly, yearly, and also lifetime plans. So that's actually very cool, and something that I've never thought of doing for this coloring book brand, because for high content this is more common. People do this sort of back-end selling a lot more common than low content books. But with low content, medium content, it's actually possible if you set it up this way, right? So you can sell digital printouts, and also you can sell exclusive, unique books that you don't sell in your brand. So it's cool that this person is showing you, even if you do low content, medium content, that this is possible for additional source of revenue. Now the seller hires 6 freelance illustrators. So these are people that go and create coloring books for you. 1 copywriter and 1 VA who will likely be willing to continue with the business. So this is a pretty standard setup. So you got, instead of ghostwriters, we have freelance illustrators, because now we're creating coloring books, right? And copywriters is essentially for probably title, book description, maybe sending emails. And the VA is essentially the one that's communicating with all these freelancers, I'm assuming, uploading the books and those kind of things. So the account owner actually is not doing much in the sense, because all these team is covering that, right? So 2 to 4 new books are added each month. The seller comes up with the themes and the illustrators create the books. So it sounds like the seller, the account owner, is actually still doing keyword research. The seller notifies the email list when a new book is released and offers it at a discount for the first few days. So that's the launch strategy, simply pricing the book lower, offer it at a discount, email the list, get a bunch of sales, increase the price, and then keep running Amazon ads. The seller states that there is a growth opportunity for a buyer with experience in paid ads and website growth to purchase this business. So yeah, I do agree with this. I think, with paid ads, it's infinitely scalable, especially because, there's such a strong backend and a brand that is established that obviously Amazon ads, they will continue to run that. Maybe even Facebook ads, maybe that'll work. You can afford, so Facebook ads is more expensive than Amazon ads, but in this case, you have such a strong backend that you can probably afford it. On top of that, they're making 11% each on digital printouts and subscription. So 11% of 50K is $5,000 a month just from selling digital printouts, and $5K a month from subscriptions. So that is $10K a month from income that is earned outside of Amazon. That's pretty crazy if you think about it. And if you're making that much money, especially on subscriptions, right? If you're making $5K a month in subscription, that's a lot better than making $5K a month from digital printouts, because subscription means recurring income. So that is like the number one thing you want to build, right? You want to get more people in this subscription plan so that your baseline of how much you make goes from 5K to 6K to 7K, and it keeps building. So I think in terms of growth opportunity, I think that'll be a huge place where you continue to make books and continue to offer a reason for people to stay in your subscription plan, right? So you have to keep making books, obviously. But on top of that, you want to get more people from Amazon, keep selling books there, get people into your email list, pitch them into the subscription plan, and then grow that income there. So it's, nothing different than what they're already doing, but I think paid ads will just supercharge this. And it's really cool to see that you can make money in this way as well, even for low and medium content books. So this business has never encountered any legal challenges, which is good. KDP account number 1 was suspended for 1 week in 2018, but Amazon never gave a detailed answer as to why that is. It's believed by the sellers that it had to do with their virtual assistant who was in charge of customer reviews and may have obtained them with methods that were not in line with Amazon's TOC. So yeah, maybe they hired a VA that went on and get a bunch of fake reviews. Obviously that is not good, but the good news is after a week, that account was reinstated and the account has never been suspended again and is in good standing. So that's one thing that I really want to emphasize here, because so many people freak out about losing their KDP accounts. Sometimes you hear people lose their KDP account, and so people are so scared of losing their own KDP account and they are unpublishing a bunch of books just to be on the safe side. And I think being on the safe side is good, but I think a lot of people are too worried about this happening because first off, the chances of your account being closed is very, very, very low if you're not doing anything wrong. Even if that happens, 99% of the time, like this case, you will get it back, after a couple days or a week talking to support. So I really think most people are way overly worried about these things. I know that the risk is there. I know that the chance of it happening is there, but once again, it's extremely low. And a lot of times you will get your account back. So with that being said, that was the listing details. This is the earnings, so super duper steady. And it goes up. Obviously, it is the strongest during Q4. That's how it is with coloring books. So we have December 2020, the gross revenue was $108,000. Net profit was $70,000. In 2021, they did a gross of $90,000 and net profit was $52,000, so a little drop. And in 2022, gross revenue of $79,000, net profit of $49,000, so pretty much the same as 2021. Overall, it is growing when you're looking at all time, 12 months. The past 6 months, it is dropping a little bit. But honestly, besides the past 6 months, which is too short of a period to really determine if there's something wrong with the business. So I think looking at the 12 months in all time, it looks really, really good numbers wise too. So for the opportunities, expanding the range of courses. So this is interesting because I thought they were selling printable PDFs and subscriptions of access to their unique, coloring books. But now it says courses. So maybe they're offering some kind of course that's related to coloring books. The only thing that I can think of is perhaps they have a course on how to create coloring books like this themselves, like for the customer, right? How to draw coloring books, like some kind of, arts drawing a course. So that would make sense. And that could be a great course to sell if you're in this kind of niche. I'm just guessing. I think there's a lot of courses like this that you can be an affiliate for, but perhaps that's an option. Creating more books, obviously, further optimizing PPC ads, definitely something that you'll be doing. Building and monetizing the list, that's already happening and you will continue to do so. Growing the website. So yeah, except for the course, it is pretty standard stuff. For the risk, Amazon shutting down your Kindle account due to terms of service changes. Once again, this is a very template risk statement in every single Empire Flippers listing, but I don't think that's actually going to be an issue, most likely. And the other risk is an increase in Amazon ad pricing could make the ads unprofitable. So yeah, once again, same template risk statement there. Working skills required. You need to optimize ads, uploading images, publishing books monthly, researching and choosing book themes, so keyword research. Standard stuff. For the reason of sale, the seller would like to move on to other business ventures. So pretty normal. So super interesting stuff. To be completely honest, based on looking at the past 6 months revenue, you can see that the past 6 months, they're averaging like over 30K net profit. We got 34K, 39,000, 49,000 net profit, and then 20,000, 22,000, and 29,000 in March. So overall, on average, it's more than $30,000 a month net profit, which is, if you're making that much money, right? I don't know if it's worth it selling at $1.2 million, because that's something that I think about too. I sold my account for $820,000. It was initially listed for over $1 million, and then I didn't get the offer for $1 million. And back then, I was kind of blinded by this huge cash of $1 million or $820,000, right, which is the offer that I got. So I said yes, and I sold it. undervalued when my KDP account was also making around 30K a month profit. And if you think about it, you know, if you can just wait it out for maybe 3 years, you will make that $1 million if you're doing 30K or more profit. So I don't think they should be selling it based on the past 6 months earning. They should be selling it higher than this. I think, you know, they should be getting a higher multiple. One of the big reasons why I say this is because once you establish a brand, you know, and you're getting repeat customers, it's very, very steady. Amazon KDP is one of the most steady earning business out there. So once you build it up to a certain point, it's super steady in terms of how much you make, especially because this is a coloring book brand, and the type of customers that you attract is people who love coloring books. They don't just buy one book, right? They get one, they, you know, color it in, they love it, and they come back again and buy another one and another one and another one, and they keep coming back. So you get so much repeat customers. On top of that, they have a way to capture the repeat customers with subscription plan, right? So I'm assuming that the income that they make will be very steady. And I also think that they can go into sites like Etsy, print on demand, and sell their, you know, existing products over there too. So I think there's so many ways to keep building on this. And for the amount that they're making now, I don't think 1.2 million would justify, you know, to sell. I think they should be asking for more. But anyways, that is my thought on this listing. A super interesting one. Hope you enjoyed this analysis of it. So if you do want me to do more of this, leave a like so I know that you like these kind of videos. Comment any questions you have, and if you want a completely free training on how I built a 7-figure publishing business as well, then the link to that is in the description below, as well as all the tools and resources that I recommend for your publishing business. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you guys in the next one.